Joining us now is the Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright. Secretary Wright, I can't express thanks enough. I know how busy and sort of scary today in many ways has been. The oil markets are reacting in a positive way. Oil is falling. What message, and you're a former oil and gas executive at Liberty Energy, what do you think the oil markets are trying to say right now?
Look, I think a strong, confident, calm America is just a stabilizing force, both geopolitically and in the energy world. I think when people see where America stands, that President Trump's agenda of peace through strength, I think people realize things in the Middle East will eventually de-escalate and will be in a place of a much safer, a much more stable Middle East and world as a whole.
Are you surprised that oil is down 6% right now, Secretary Wright?
No. I would not expect much movement of oil upwards from the tensions that are going on. We've seen a little bit in the run-up, but when it's clear where America stands, I'm not surprised that oil prices are moved down a little bit. They moved down maybe more than I would have guessed. But no, I think we're in such a good position today. This American energy dominance that President Trump ran on, we're at record high production of oil today, record high production of natural gas. We've got friendly, close communication relationships with our other major energy producing nations. And we're standing strong against the one and only one major destabilizing force in the Middle East. The Biden policy of appeasing Iran and begging them not to harm us obviously was a provocation to Iran and showed a weak, irresolute America. A strong, confident America is a force for stability.
You just brought up something that Halima Croft, who's joining us again, by the way, right now, and I were talking about in the past hour, which is this idea that Iran's kind of on an island. They're actually the rotating president of OPEC and its allies this year. There's a huge meeting coming up in a couple of days in Vienna, Austria. Everybody that you just referenced will be in the same room, literally talking. Maybe you will be there, Secretary Wright. If you could break some news for us, we'd appreciate that. But if not, can you tell our viewers, is there are you on the horn with the Saudis? Are you speaking with the Emiratis? Is Iran increasingly isolated, even in its oil and geographic and geopolitical world?
Yeah, certainly. I'm in close contact and have been all weekend with our close allies over there. And look, what do they want? They want the same thing the U.S. wants. They want the same thing Israel wants, a peace. They want commerce, not instability. That's what everybody wants. The Middle East is poised to thrive, if not for the poison of Iran, through all of its proxy throughout the Middle East and directly from Iran. And I think you see some bubbling confidence that this 46 years of chaos and threat to the United States that Iran brought, that may be coming to an end. We may see a different era, an era of peace and prosperity and commerce as the dominating force in the Middle East. That's what everyone wants. I think that's where we're headed.
Secretary Wright, yesterday I was on the phone all day with high-level insurance sources who said, one after the other, their primary concern is the Strait of Hormuz remaining open because the disruption in trade routes has trickle-down effects, even for companies that don't have direct exposure to the Persian Gulf or to Iran directly. And many companies don't because of the sanctions that have been in place for so long. Can you give us some insight into how the U.S. military is thinking about the Strait of Hormuz and keeping it safe and open?
Yeah, of course, it is a key waterway for the movement of oil and for natural gas. It's important to the world. But look, all of Iran's exports and all of its imports come through the Strait of Hormuz. So that's kind of like spiting their face.
Are you saying that you don't think that